So, welcome back to Tacoma again. I just walked up the gnarliest hill from the waterfront where I got off the bus to get to this beer store, the Easy Mart. Holy shit, man, that's got to be like a 200-foot elevation gain. It sucked ass. Anyway, hills, fucking bane of my existence. But so we're going down to the waterfront in Tacoma to see if I can find out if the trains go slow enough there to be able to jump on. Seems like they do. I saw one when I got off the bus. It was just like creeping. So we'll see. I wanted to get a UP train and not a BNSF, but where I'm going is like right on the other side of the BNSF yard. Huge fucking, their Tacoma IM/GM yard they have here. Huge. So I don't know what's gonna happen. The train goes around a pretty hardcore turn right there. That's why I'm thinking it's gonna slow down. But we'll see. Stocked up on some beer, some supplies, so I don't have to walk back up this fucking hill, dude. Look at this. I mean, it's like way down there, the waterfront, and I'm way up here. Sometimes it just makes me wonder what the fuck I'm doing out here sometimes, man. That hill almost fucking killed me, dude. My pack weighs probably like 60 pounds right now. If you add like a gallon of water and the beer and my guitar and shit. Anyway, I'm gonna stop bitching and just get down there, and we'll see what happens when we get there. I was talking about that I walked up with a beautiful view of downtown Tacoma, Washington here. You got the Tacoma Dome over there. You got shipyards, their famous bridge thing, their glass bridge, whatever. That's where I'm going, is that suspension bridge down there. Anyway, it's, I mean, for weather, it's not bad. It's not raining. It's pretty good weather, so that's plus. Can't wait to get back down this hill. Oh, the climb. Oh. Anyway, on here. I just walked down under this fucking overpass thing, and there's this fucking slow roller going on. I'm pretty sure this is a Longview train, and I don't want it because it's full of trash in that gondola. I don't think that's what I want. But I mean, it's a GM. It'd be a lot better if it was a like a loaded wood General Manifest or something. But right now, it's looking like, this looks like a good spot, dude. This is fucking, trains are rolling slow. There's some cover. I don't see a lot of places for like bulls to be driving around except for on the other side right here. And I mean, it looks like a good train. So, all right, so I'm gonna check this out. Wait for a couple more slow rollers, drink some beer, hang out. Hopefully, like, we got a home bum encampment up there, and I'm hoping I don't get fucked with by them. But other than that, looking pretty good. There's just a worker just drove by. So check it out and see what's up, and I'll let you know. I mean, look at that. There's my fucking ride. You see it? See that grainer? Oh man, I just have this strange feeling like this train is gonna back up right into the yard. Did you see those signals up there next to that auto rack? That means that we're still in yard track territory. That's automatic switching for the yard. So we'll see what's going on. We'll drink some beer and check some shit out. See what's up. Ow. Okay, so here's what's going on. I walked away from that spot back to the spot we got off in the Portland to Seattle video. Is right there behind that red car. I'm walking this string of cars, and it's got a lot of empty wood and timber cars, and also some trash cars. So this makes me think that a lot of this train is just gonna go to Longview and Kalama, Washington. If you remember when I was talking about the Know Your Industry, Know Your Railroad thing, I talked about how like Kalama had a whole bunch of timber mills, and Longview had the trash trains that terminate there. All those green things right there, those are trash cars. So is that gondola way back there that I don't know if you saw or not. And then It's got this loaded timber. Makes me think they're gonna cut the train in half somewhere and like do some weird shit with it, but I've been trying to get eyes on the locomotive to see how long this thing is, and I just can't see it yet. It's a long train. I've been walking for a while. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Okay, update. So, we're in this beautiful little thing that we were at the last time we came through here, Tacoma. This thing is still waiting right there. And as I was saying earlier, it's weird because it has a lot of lumber cars, empty lumber cars, and then trash cars, like metal recycling type cars. And I'm pretty sure those things are going to go to either Tacoma or Longview. I don't want to do that. This doesn't look like a local working train because it's super long. I haven't seen the front end of it, so I don't know what the power looks like, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. But I mean, so up about, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 cars is a whole string of like open empty gondolas, and there's some in front of that even further that have rebar in them, and I know that rebar is going to go somewhere, like probably Vancouver. I can't imagine them setting out a car of rebar anywhere else. I mean, usually it goes to cities and then it goes on local trains to wherever the hell else it's going. Anyway, I kind of want to take it, but I'm kind of freaked out. It's going to work all over the place, take a million years to get back to Vancouver, and just in general piss me off, especially because it's going to rain, like a lot. It's going to rain a lot. And I don't want to be stuck in an open gondola if it's raining. I was looking for grainers. I didn't find a single fucking one, man. They're all those non-writable, shitty FNBS grainers, you know? There's nothing. So, I'm going to go down the string, and I'm going to try to find the front part of the car. My only thing about this, and like it'd be totally fine, but when I was hanging out down by that other spot with the fence and the curve that I was talking about, I had this fucking crackhead dude just bugged the shit out of me, man. He hung around me, he was getting all close to me, trying to touch me and shit, and I eventually just bust out my cigarettes, and I was like, if I give you a cigarette, will you go away? And he was like, yes. And so he fucking finally took off, and yeah, it was fucking terrible. And so there's like, Tacoma's not a good place. Like, it's just it isn't, especially the downtown area. There's a lot of fucking sketchy ass people down here. So I'm kind of sketched out about leaving my gear, right? So my gear's right here. It's in a good spot. This is obviously like a spot that riders use, right? I don't think anything's gonna happen to it, but there's a trail that leads up to town, like right there. I don't like that, but I'm only gonna be gone for like 10, maybe 15 minutes, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's the rest of this train down there. You see those? It's a weird manifest. It's got like boxcars and propane and liquid chlorine gas and wood and gravel and fucking grain. It's weird. I'm wondering if it's coming from Canada. But anyway, it just was built. Like, the train just got built in the FNBS Tacoma yard. I don't even know what it's called, but they're like central Tacoma yard. It just got built in. So it's headed south for show. I just gotta check out to see what the fuck's going on with it. Anyway, update. I just wanted to showcase a little bit here. See that? That's a rig. That over there, that's another rig. I just wanted to say, I guess, because this is a good place to do it before we get to the East Coast. And then there's another rig case. This lifestyle isn't fucking peaches and cream like a lot of people think that it is. There's a lot of fucking sketchy shit you got to deal with when you're around riding and being in places to like catch from and whatnot, because I mean, not only are you dealing with like places that local like homeless populations hang out, you know, and not say anything bad about, you know, local homeless populations or whatnot, but there is a lot of like hard drugs around cities, a lot of really violent shit. I'm guessing that like a few of these tags that are right here don't have anything to do with riding, and it's more along the lines of gang-related shit. I don't know that for sure because I can't read what the fuck they say, but yeah, I just wanted to highlight that. I mean, like, right now, I'm in Tacoma, right? I'm in Tacoma, and I'm in downtown industrial, like, waterfront Tacoma, right? Like I said, that crackhead was following me around. There's rigs on the ground. You know, you always got to watch out for that shit when you put your gear down, when you sit down. You always got to look around the ground, see what's going on. You know, there's like all this trash and shit, like I was saying before. But then there's also fucking rigs, and you got to watch out to not get fucking hit by those or whatever. Anyway, right now I'm wearing shit on me for protection because I've ran into a few sketchy fucking assholes around here already. One is I'm wearing a can. This is bear mace. This is counter assault bear mace. I'm wearing that on one side of my hip. On the other side of my hip, I have my OKC 3S Marine bayonet, right? It's my straight blade, basically my survival knife, my all-around, you know, don't fuck with me looking sort of thing. And both are accessible. Like, I can reach this, I can reach this, you know. It's a good idea to have that shit when you're out traveling, especially at night, especially in places like this. It's serious. Like I said before, you're not fucking around. I mean, you are out here in the thick of it, you know. I mean, basically a lot of the streets in the country that you're around the train tracks, like, you know, right here, it can be like a third world country, man. I mean, surviving fucking by the skin of your teeth. A lot of desperate people, a lot of people that are real high on drugs. So I just wanted to highlight a little bit of the not so good part of traveling. I don't want to be here in Tacoma. I don't want to be in a lot of cities, man. Even Roseville sketches me out, and that's not even that bad. But yeah, I just wanted to highlight that, and I'm gonna go check this GM out. But I think I'm gonna try to wait for one of these UPs to come through. There's an S curve right here, and it seems like it should be going slow enough to maybe catching the fly or something. But we'll check it out. See what's up. Okay, so I found a grainer on the string way the fuck up the line, and I think I'm gonna take it because I'm gonna wait here forever. This train's been down here for hours, and I think I might just like wait on it till it leaves. We'll see. If it starts to like go back to the yard, I'll get off it, but it looks pretty good at the moment. So we will take the grainer. We caught this grainer like right before it left. I walked right up here. There was an oil train and a stack train that passed at the same time, and this thing took off. And it's been sitting here for hours. I mean, holy shit, the luck, man. It's fucking crazy. We'll see if this thing goes all the way down to Vancouver and Portland. It's looking like this is a really good ride. This is a grainer with a very wide V berth, and it's very nice. So we'll see what happens. But here we go. We're going. So we're tied down here in Centralia. We're in the yard. We're on the mains. In the yard, and it is pouring rain outside. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it is pouring rain, and this is not a good situation. I do not like this at all. We are on the mains, so I'm gonna guess that we're waiting for a higher priority train to pass us. But I mean, we're at the yard. I mean, we're tied down at the yard. So let's see what happens. I got all my stuff stuffed in the grinder here, and I'm ready to bail and then get back on if something weird happens. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, Centralia, pouring rain. This is, I mean, everything's soaked. It sucks balls. Okay, so just got off here in Felida, Felida, Washington. Close enough, man. We're like 10 miles or 15 miles from Vancouver, and I was just praying this thing was going to stop before Vancouver Yard. I was so fucking anxious about getting stuck in that yard, but I think we're sighted out here for Amtrak, I think is what's going on right now. It's coming up from down there. It's nice. We're in the middle of a wildlife refuge right here, and I'm gonna take advantage. Probably either camp out or head down over to Vancouver here. I gotta find a way out of here. Like, we are in the middle of nowhere, and I've gotta find a way out. So, but we're definitely stopping here because I do not want to fuck with Vancouver at all. Looks like we got ourselves a stack train or something. Well, good morning from some random place in Washington. We had a really wet camp here last night. I jumped off that train at like 2 in the morning, and I was soaking wet. I came over here and I was soaking wet, and I'm still soaking wet. But I woke up this morning to this, which we're on a BNSF line, right? So that means that most trains are going to go to their yard in Vancouver to do stuff. This is a Union Pacific southbound stack from Seattle. I was hoping that one would stop on this siding so I could switch trains and then go through the yard and into Portland. And that is exactly what happened. So I'm gonna go check this thing out, see if there's any rides. I am filthy. I mean, you see this here. I'm done, dude. I need to get some beer at the very least. Alright, let's see what we got. What's up, people? Coming to you live from the rear DPU on this UP stack train. So, I walked the entire train, and there wasn't a single rideable car. Not one on the entire train. These trains are getting locked down hard, as far as that's concerned. So I chose this rear DPU here. Camera's a little foggy. Yeah, I chose this rear DPU. I don't like riding in these things at all, if I can help it. But all I need to do is get over into Portland, and then I'm going to get off. And, yeah, I'm hoping that when this crosses the bridge and goes back to where I caught in the first place, it slows down or takes a curve. Probably not. It's probably going to go right into the Brooklyn Yard, but it'll be going slow enough so I can get off this unit. Because if you look, like I showed you before, there's this inspection card here, and I don't know what station that is, but it's checked on the 28th at 7 o'clock. that means that they're definitely going to check this thing at the next crew change. So I have to be ready to get out of here. Out. Okay, so we're stopped for clearance right before the Vancouver yard. I'm guessing for clearance to go over the Columbia River Bridge. I'm hoping, anyway, because I do not want to stop in this yard at all. Hopefully we can get on down to Portland here. This train is super long. Okay, so what just happened is I made the decision to get off and just bus it to Portland instead of dealing with this crap. But right as I made the decision, the bull drove past. Like he was driving up the string of cars, and I didn't want a chance having the locomotive came into or whatever, so I took off out of there and hit on the other side of the train. But right as soon as I got to the other side of the train, it started moving, so I had to run with the string in between that GM that was next to me and the locomotives, matched speed, and I ran right past the bull on the other side of the car, and it was, oh dude, it was kind of sketchy. Anyway, I'm busting it to Portland, then to Eugene, then Klamath, so on and so forth. Out. Oh my God, finally. The best sight in the world. Greetings from Vancouver, Washington. Like I said in the last update, it's crazy, man. Getting off the train here. I was just gonna pull my stuff, finally made the decision, I was gonna pull my stuff, there was a nice little egress off of a siding out of the yard, out of the fenced area of the yard, and right as I got my stuff on, looked out the window one last final time, I saw the freaking bullmobile, man, coming down from the string. Because usually what like security, like yard security will do is right before a train leaves and airs up to leave, they'll drive the length of it, because they know that's when people, you know, typically like to jump on the train. Is after the train airs up, they know it's going to leave, and they get on right beforehand. So they drive the train, they give it a once over, you know, sometimes they'll drive it in both directions. So I totally spaced that, and I made the decision at the wrong point in time, so when I jumped off, or wanted to jump off, the bull was coming, so it's like shit, and it was like 25 cars back or something. So I grabbed my stuff and I jumped out the nose of that unit, and I jumped on the other side of the train, and thinking I was going to hide in between that GM that was there and the units until the guy drove by, and then I was going to come back around and jump out of that egress point. But little did I know, the train, and it wanted to get the fuck out of there apparently, because it aired up and it left like right as that bull was like driving on the other side of the train. So I literally had to run and match my speed with that fucking unit on one side of it. So essentially, when the bull was coming this way and this is the train, the bull's coming this way, I was on the other side of it, I had to run like this to match the speed with the train, so when the bull drove by, he couldn't see me on the other side. It was pretty crazy. When I jumped off the other side, let the train pass me, so I couldn't keep up with it anymore. That bull was like right there. I don't know if he saw me and didn't care or something. There's no way, unless he was looking straight forward and not in his mirrors, there's no way he couldn't have seen me jump 4 sets of tracks, run down like 50 yards and out of the yard. But whatever, I'm thankful that I'm here, safe and free, hanging out. Now, Vancouver. I went and I got some beer. I need a beer so bad. It was a rough night last night, man. I tried to get some bus fare, like up there. There was a gas station, and they didn't give cash back. And I was like, all right, it's a fluke, right? I'll go to the next gas station. Next gas station can give cash back. Went to the next gas station. The next gas station can get cash back. So I was totally fucked on transit. Like, I have a debit card and money on it, but I have no way to get the cash to the bus so that we can get on the fucking bus and get to Portland. So I'm going to have to go to a transit center and buy a pass, and I'm kind of pissed about it because I think that they only allow you to buy day passes with a debit card, and that's like $5 or more, and I only wanted to spend like $2.50, but we'll see, I guess. Anyway, I also inadvertently...
So I don't know what's going on with the audio right now. But what I'm trying to say is that
It's because I wanted to find a place to drink beer.
Vancouver hop out here, just trying to find a place to drink beer. So interesting that I record it, write it down. It's right over there where I'm pointing, train yard, but just random find.
Oh, I know, I guess. I have to write some of this shit down so I'll remember it next time. It's been like, last time that I wrote down any infos from... Damn, Seattle. I haven't even wrote down Seattle stuff. And I still got Seattle, Tacoma, Vancouver, stops in between. Anyway, update from Portland.